It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Courtney. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The Gators line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Out of the gun, the inside give. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Pierce. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this way.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it on the right. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Throws to the wideout. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Alabama on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Russell. He's moving out of the pocket. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll try the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. To the 15. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. give to the tailback. Pulled down for the tackle.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Back to pass, it's Russell. Quarterback adapting. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just triples to the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. 1st and 10 from their own 17. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. And some room to work. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that 1st quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. The toss sweep to the right. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Watson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. On the run, deep down the right side. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
And the returner goes down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for space to the left. Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it on the outside. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a 1st down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Line getting set on 2nd down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's Mills. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Catch in the middle. It's Russell. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Bringing the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Pierce. It's complete to the right. And they'll knock him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quick touch pass to the receiver. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On 4th down, going to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Pierce. He's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watson. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Finds a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
6-9-1, Gators score.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Got his man on the right. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. Looking to pass. It's Pierce. Using the quick game. Touchdown! Bama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job by this offense. I love it. They were aggressive, moved down the field, got the touchdown, broke the 0-0 seal. This game has not been high-flying by any stretch, but that's how you finish a first half.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Slips through the line. He's got it out. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Back to throw. It's Pierce. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? UTEP is down right now inside the Sun Bowl, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in El Paso. They're trailing by 11 to Oklahoma State. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, and at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Gators are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Powers through the defender.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for me.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies in this play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Dropping back, it's Russell. They get to him as he throws. Makes the grab. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. All that baby in and stroll into the end zone for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Courtney. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Sending the offense back to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Dropping back, it's Pierce. Makes the grab, it's Watson. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
It's hard enough to get this guy on the ground once. That's his second sack of the day. Nice job getting in the backfield, not getting deceived by this guy's speed, because we've seen this QB, man. He can make people miss. Nice job getting him on the ground for the second time today.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. There he goes. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
At the 35, he's loose. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50. And on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They're going to ride this running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
On the snap, it's Watson. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Touchdown time! And the pulling has started. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. After this play, the cake will be baked. Give to Brown. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're